Here is the magic formula that you need to know to start saving money. But before I tell you that formula, let's do a quick test. I also did on myself. Take a piece of paper and write down what do you think is the amount that you monthly spend on the expenses. Like for me, it was 30K. Now I want you to flip that paper and actually write down all the expenses that you make point after point. Don't judge yourself and be true to yourself. Include all those chai orders, Swiggy orders, the Uber rides, the OTT subscriptions. Apart from that, all the major expenses as well, those rent and utility bills, etc. When I wrote down all my expenses, I saw some shocking revelations, and trust me, you might discover the same. The monthly expenses should have been somewhere around 30K, right? But I think I underestimated my online shopping, my eating bills, my OTT subscription because my expenses were 52,600 a month. So first and foremost, in order to save money, observe and track all your expenses. You might observe you were spending 4,000 on your online orders, whereas you thought that it was only going to be 1,000. Or you are paying for the subscriptions that you did not even know exist. Or you might be treating yourself every week with those small purchases, but they are actually burning a big hole in your pocket. Once you know where your money is actually going, then and only then you can take control of it. In order to take control, you need to set a budget. And a lot of people fail while setting budget because they don't know how to do it efficiently. Let me tell you 3 techniques and you can get started immediately. In the first technique, you assign every rupee a job. Your income minus your expenses should equal to 0. Not because you are spending it, but because every rupee is being accounted for. Now, what is that supposed to mean? Let me tell you with the help of an example. Let's say your income is 60,000. Now you are paying 25,000 for rent, 10,000 for utilities, 3,000 for EMI, 2,000 for your outings, so on and so forth, until and unless the entire amount in your account equals to 0 and there's nothing left to be assigned for. This is called zero-based budgeting. And this method is ideal for people who like structure, control, and clarity in their budgeting. In the second technique, you are going to save first and spend later. Let's say you want to save 8,000 every month. Now, as soon as the salary hits your bank account, take that 8,000 rupees, either put that into a savings account or directly make investments via this. Now, whatever is left, that is 52,000 rupees, you can spend that money wherever you want, guilt-free. This method is called reverse budgeting, and it is ideal for the people who are either very busy, who do not like budgeting, or who do not like to micromanage every day. Now we come to third and the last technique that involves dividing your money into various categories, physically or digitally, like 5,000 for groceries, 2,000 for your cab rides, 3,000 for eating out, so on and so forth. This method is called envelope or jar method, where you have set clear boundaries of where you are going to spend your money. As soon as the money is out in that particular jar or in category, you stop making payments in that area. It is ideal for the people who overspend or are impulsive buyers because this sets physical and visual limits that helps them become more disciplined with their money. Now, before I tell you that magic formula, make sure you do not make these mistakes while saving. Number 1, most people do not lose money on rent and bills payment. They lose money on unplanned spending. For example, that one day Amazon sale, or that fancy coffee just because you had a rough day, or that birthday gift shopping which turned into a shopping spree at the end of the day. These are small in isolation but dangerous in volumes. Here's one thing you can do. Make a wish list. And when there is something that you want to buy which is not very important or unnecessary, put that item into that wish list and wait for 48 hours. You will realize more often than not, your cravings die down. But if you still wish to buy it, then only make the payment if you can afford it. Number 2, do not fall into the trap of discount thinking that you can buy in bulk just because the sale is going on. Let's say you get a discount of 1000 rupees if you shop worth 5000 rupees. But what if the thing that you have bought is not very important or unnecessary to you? Then you might be saving that 1000, but you spent 4000 unnecessarily. And third, do not lie to the expense trackers. App and digital trackers can help you understand where you are spending your money, but only if you are putting in the true and correct data. They can give you numbers, they can also suggest patterns of how you are spending, you can split money. But do not make this mistake that these apps are going to save instead of you. The apps can only suggest numbers, but the decision, that is still yours to make. Now comes the magic rule, and the magic rule is 50, 30, 20. 50% for your needs, 30% for your wants, and save 20%. Sounds perfect, right? This rule was popularized by US Senator Elizabeth Warren in her book, All Your Worth, the Ultimate Lifetime Money Plan, in 2005. They designed it not for budgeting down to the last coffee, but it was designed for middle-class American household to build a balanced financial life back when the rent was not eating 40% of their income. Since then, 2 decades have passed. And the question is this rule still applicable today? The answer actually is no. It was not crafted for today's gig workers or students living in overpriced cities or people juggling in their side hustles and debts in 2025. Let's take a simple example. You live in a metro city and earn 60,000 per month post-tax. Rent takes 25,000 rupees, groceries, commute, and phone bills cost another 12,000 rupees. That's 37,000 gone already. Now add an EMI of 6,000 for your bike, and maybe you are helping your parents with another rupees 5,000. That's 48,000 rupees. You're barely left with 12,000 rupees. Now, according to that 50, 30, 20 rule, you should still have 18,000 for your wants and 12,000 for your savings. And on the other hand, you are left with only 12,000 rupees, and life hasn't gotten interesting yet. So probably the magic rule for you could be 60, 20, 20 or 40, 30, 30 or anything that fits your lifestyle. The bottom line is that you need to set aside some money for your future and start your saving and investing journey. Just remember these points when you start your saving journey. Number 1, saving money isn't about being boring or stingy. It's about building choices. Number 2, start with small automatic transfers, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 a month. Put it in a separate account that you don't touch. Number 3, better yet, label those savings. Call one account Thailand trip, another emergency fund, or another dream bike. When your savings are attached to goals, your motivation becomes emotional, not just logical. Number 4, observe and track all your expenses. And number 5, know what is your budgeting style, and here is a quick cheat sheet. Just like one shirt size can't fit all, similarly, one budgeting rule cannot work for all. Budgeting is personal, deeply personal. You can't just plug in the rule and expect it to work. You need to make sure that you have emergency fund and insurance and are saving enough for your future. I hope you like this video. Do not forget to tell me in the comment section what you thought were your monthly expenses and what actually were your monthly expenses. See you in the next video. Till then, happy investing.